Yeah. We have a Tatooine native saying, actually haven't touched the game in weeks. As fun as it is, no new content makes it hard to come back. I'm having the same issues with another great game I play. No new content, no desire to keep playing. And I totally get that. Yeah, I've also not touched Shadows since the most recent weekly reset stream. But I want to still do them when I'm able to. And just not like stream for an hour or something, but chill. Provide you with the weekly resets and a quick chat for the people that are able to join, like Ethan. And we have a pretty interesting day today because wow, that sounds like it's exciting, but it's actually not. Because we have the Ubisoft financials in 3 hours from this stream. And it's going to be a very important investor call because they will likely announce a lot of layoffs, which is very sad for the people that will be impacted because they basically said our headcount will be significantly less in March than it is in September. And in September it was 17,000, so significantly less. Like, that seems like a couple thousand less. And they already said they would announce layoffs today on February 12th. So, yeah, we will see. I will, of course, cover everything, keep you up to date. I will do it on my short form channels and on the React channel. And, of course, give you a more concise breakdown in the Sunday video. So, yeah, look forward to that. Or, yeah, I mean, I will keep you up to date. I don't think there's a lot to look forward to. Although, we might get some confirmation and information on the Black Flag remake. I'm not sure if you guys have been following the news. But I will touch on that in a moment. Let's first quickly go over the items that are for sale. And I already see some pretty interesting things. I don't think we had the Hurricane mount before. So that's a new one. That's pretty cool. And obviously, we've not had the Ashen of Pyre Legendary Light Armor set for Naue either. This is one of the from the Fire Elemental set for Naue. It's pretty cool, but it's not very good. But it is pretty unique. And it gives you like fire eyes and stuff. We already had this one before. This is actually a very, very good Tanto for extra damage. So yeah, we had that one before. I am playing as Naue right now, right? So I'm gonna quickly show the Yasuke Legendary Armor. I don't think we've had this one before either. And it is pretty cool. Because yeah, it has it's like the fireworks set. We, of course, had the bow once already, which was awesome. It, yeah, lets you shoot firework arrows. And, so we'd, like, quickly look at the chest here. I think it's, like, 76, 75. I think it looks pretty cool. So this is the set. Can we, like, change the time of day, maybe? We don't want to ride a deer. We want to do this. Of course, I used the rifle that was for sale in the weekly reset as well. Again, look at this armor set. I think it looks pretty awesome. But yeah, getting a reduction in health. I'm like in a snow mist or something. Let's get out of here. Let's go to an area that won't have that. So yeah, I don't think the perk is very good, but it just looks pretty awesome. So yeah, and it gives you the golden steps. The co-op is really cancelled us as Jason. Yeah, that's another set news, of course. I want to do an Assassin Raptor video kind of going over the recent news. But again, I'm discussing it here a bit as well. But yeah, the co-op mode seems to be cancelled, which is really sad. I really hope we get the Ghost of Yote co-op mode announcements, like a reveal and release date during the state of play today. That would be very exciting. But yeah, you got some golden footprints here as well, which is kind of nice. So that is those are the Yasuke items, as you can see. Now let's switch to Naue because she has the majority of the things. I play on console also, always, Ethan. What's up, Yor? Have any inside info to keep me hopeful for new content? Discouraged man. Not really. So of course we had our like, and what has really been the case with Ubisoft this year is they've been switching around pretty crazy. Like they had plans and they moved that around and etc etc. So even if, like, I think the plans they had at the start of the year are already different from the ones they have right now. Like, I really think, and there was a rumor for that as well, and it just makes so much sense, that they did have a crossover planned for Black Flag in Shadows. So, a mission. But now that Black Flag, the remake, got delayed, it likely means that, it makes sense for them to then also delay the Shadows update. But if that was the most imminent Shadows update, then they obviously have to move things around and make sure they got something else, which likely pushed the Shadows updates further into the year. But we already know that for 2026 they wanted to do less frequent updates, but more sizable ones when they finally drop something. So I totally think that my hope and what I think is that we might see at least a roadmap video this month. And then maybe with a March update or something. Although I do think like a roadmap video makes just way less sense, because if they're going to drop, let's say, one update every 3 months, usually a roadmap video covers 3 months. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, basically you see me ride around with this mount. You can get that now in the exchange, which is pretty cool. I think it doesn't even... It looks pretty nice. I think the icon looks cooler than the actual mount. But still, it's a pretty cool mount. In an ideal world, they would reveal and release Ghost of Yote's Legends mode today. Yeah, a shadow drop for that would be insane, Raven. But personally, like, I would be down for that. Actually, I'm off. Like, I have the weekend off. Like, I've nothing planned this weekend basically, so I could like jump in and have a good time. But I don't know. I think they will announce it and then launch it next week. Otherwise, we might have to wait a bit longer for it. But yeah, I do think we will see it during the State of Play. That would be exciting. So, like I said, we also have this very interesting outfit for Nawe. I'm gonna remove her headgear here for a brief moment. You see the sort of fiery eyes, the lava eyes. Looks pretty awesome. So it's a pretty good selection, I would say. Getting this outfit for the first time as well. Of course, the smoke, the smog coming in from her body. Pretty crazy. And of course, it has an effect. So if we deflect, then we got some enemies over there. We keep on burning even though we go into the water. No stress. Trevor says a new hotfix might be released in the upcoming weeks. Maybe they will add a new helix spec. I think it would be kind of wild to add a new helix spec without any new content. Here, there we go. So, yeah, you deflect. The enemies take fire damage. And then, yeah, everyone burns. I'm still wanted though. Oh. That should kill them though. I think that should kill them. But yeah, that's the effect. The sad part about this outfit though is that this will be quick. That you also catch fire yourself. So that's not very good. So you take damage over time as well. It's not a lot though. But yeah, obviously. Yeah, you have enemies burn. It's not bad for like a Nawe sort of co-op or Nawe, not co-op. For a Nawe sort of melee playstyle. we see the effect trigger often, of course. Kinda nice. Yeah, I'm not like against this outfit in terms of combat. Although on Nightmare, do you really want to hit yourself? Yeah, we're almost gonna die, I know. Rations. We're gonna go. Mount is dope too, I agree. Do you have a PC to play the game on? Yeah. Do you know if year 2 of status still happening? Yeah, I think it's still happening. Again, it just takes a bit more time. I would be really shocked if they like cancelled it. They supported games at Ubisoft that are way less successful. And I think they already worked a lot on the post-launch for year 2 probably. And if everything else is delayed, then actually putting some content out for Shadows, like I really don't think it makes sense for them to cancel it. I do think the Attack on Titan mission did like hurt them a bit in terms of like they might not do stuff like that anymore where they think, okay, this can get negative buzz for us. So maybe they had some things planned, like some missions or crossovers or anything. And they either like have to change that or did cancel that. But I think they should just do the Valhalla model where just focus on the gameplay. Like don't try and do crazy cutscene and story missions if you don't have the motion capture budget or anything like that. So yeah, this is the outfit for now. Of course, we also have the Hato Tanto. Oh no, not the Hato Tanto. The other one from the Sekiryu set. Yeah, Sakaru Tanto. This one is also. Look at the arms, by the way. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy now. What you got there? So yeah, that's also what she has. So I would argue get the chest, get the mount if you like the look. Of course, if you don't have the Tanto yet, I would suggest getting that too. It's really good if you like the Tanto playstyle and are looking for one that has a lot of damage. But yeah, it's especially the chest that's kind of stealing the show from the reset today. Then let's do a few of the anomalies. What is the most realistic looking game on PS5? Death Stranding 2. I think Death Stranding 2 53 Nights is a really great pick. It really shows what the Decima engine is capable of when it's only like focused on a PlayStation 5 game, and that makes the Hunter's Gathering situation even more sad. Because imagine if they made an Horizon online game that looks like Forbidden West, and like Steel Frontiers. I still don't get why they would put the anomalies here. Maybe for people that don't understand that you need to do those to get the. Yeah, to get the data fragments for the battle pass. So yeah, I see a lot of people asking when are we getting more updates. So they did update their YouTube channel. So the Assassin's Creed YouTube channel is kind of back. At first it was like part of the Ubisoft YouTube channel, but now they're like, we're not part of Ubisoft anymore. We're Vantage Studios. We got to get our own YouTube, you know. So I think I do want to get some rations first. So like they seem to be preparing to communicate some Assassin's Creed stuff. And again, I talked about Black Flag a bit. Like when they announced the return of the Assassin's Creed YouTube channel, they basically said, that we should expect roadmap updates there. And I think that's totally a nod to the roadmap updates we got for Shadows. So yeah, I totally think that we will. Can I really not get my tools here? Are you guys really serious right now? So yeah, I totally think we will get a roadmap update video soon. I've always said February, but it's kind of, again, it's really hard to predict. But I would be shocked if before the end of March we don't have a Shadows update. I hope they drop it in February. Like I will be super busy in March with Crimson Desert. Early March would be good. But after that, I'm like, I mean, I will still cover it, but I would rather not. I would rather just, focus on Crimson Desert. But and I think that that's not smart for Ubisoft either to drop something after Crimson Desert is out for Shadows. So if they have something, they better drop it before Crimson Desert, and otherwise in April. But that might be very late. But I really think right now with how kind of the Shadows situation has kind of died down anyways, I think it's good. Like, they should just wait. They should just wait. And if they have something really cool, like a really cool update ready, then they should like reveal it and launch it very quickly after. I think that is the way to go. I don't think it makes sense for them to announce something and then we have to wait 3 months before we see it. So yeah, I really think that we will have to wait a bit longer for it. And then, oh my god, I got stuck here. And I will of course report it back here. But regarding the Black Flag remake, again, if you joined later, we will have a investor call for Ubisoft in 3 hours from now, and that is when they will likely reveal the plans regarding Black Flag. I think they will basically confirm, Black Flag is not coming out before April anymore. But maybe they will talk about the fact that it's coming in. Like, the new rumor date is July 28th. So basically what happened is there are a lot of art books and strategy guides that suddenly appeared on basically every major retailer. All at once they were like, yeah, we got information that Titan is gonna make or Titan Books or whatever they're called, is gonna make a Shadow guy. Goodbye, I got my revenge. They're gonna do an art book and a strategy guide, and the release date for those was March 24th. So that was seemingly the first release date for the game. I want to quickly check though. March 24th would have been a Tuesday. That is interesting, because there was one other website who also got the Black Flag art book and strategy guide, and they got the release date for July 28th, which is also a Tuesday. So it seems that the Black Flag remake, as we know and as I talked about in videos, it was first planned for March 24th. But then, of course, all the Ubisoft games got delayed, including the Black Flag remake. And now it does seem that the new release date is July 28th. And I like, that doesn't seem as bad as what I thought. I thought they would delay it to October and that it's like the holiday game from Ubisoft. So it makes me like, there is a possibility that Hexay is coming too this year or a little later. But either way, the crazy part about the July thing, now that I think of it, like having Black Flag July and then you have like 1 month later you got Gamescom announce Hexay, then launch it in October. Again, Hexay has been in development for almost 6 years already, so that is kind of crazy. Do they really want to spend 7 years on that game? I mean, maybe they should, but yeah, basically I have in this summer 1 week where I got a holiday planned with friends. And you never guessed it. It's the week of July 28th. I'm always like, it's a first world problem, but being a content creator, the worst part about like about what I do is that trying to schedule holidays in advance, especially now. Previously, it would have been better because games would be announced in April or something, and then they would say, yeah, we're coming out October then. And they would hit those dates. But nowadays, games get announced and they launch a few months later. Like, the Black Flag remake will probably be announced and then launch a few months after it's announced. But what are the chances that it's like, normally in July is the safe zone. But if even July is not safe anymore, yeah, I will not be home on April or on July 28th. So I really hope that that is not the actual date. But I think it kind of is, and that makes me really sad.
Stick to the shadows. I don't want trouble.
Hey Jace, thanks for your Prime sub. Appreciate you a lot. All I hear from Ubisoft lately is layoffs. It's depressing. I feel for them. Yeah. The sad reality is that they have to do something, and it's kind of... This was kind of... You could argue that they should have done this way earlier. So on one hand, it's nice, I guess, that people have been able to stay with the company for longer. But basically, it was never... like realistic for them to have 17,000 employees, and then your biggest launch is like, what was their biggest launch this financial year was Anno, and that did pretty well, I think, but not enough to sustain 17,000 people. They saw Crimson Desert on March 19th and said, "Nah, fam, we'll wait." No, Ubisoft would have put out Black Flag, even though it would have been... I think July 28th is probably a very, very smart release date, because there are not a lot of other games gonna come out then. And that's why I booked my holiday, because normally nothing happens. But, yeah, it's... it would be sad. I hope that that's not the actual date, but there is a high chance that it will be. What's the release date for Crimson Desert? March 19th. But like, Ubisoft would have done everything to still launch it in their current financial year, because they're going to report a loss of 1 billion euro in this financial year that ends in March. So having the Black Flag remake would make those books look way better. So them actually delaying it really means they needed the extra time. But yeah, instead of giving it way more time and putting it in October, they're actually going for the July slot, which is, I think, is again very interesting. I'm gonna be like, my ears are gonna be how do you say that? Like, it's gonna be a very interesting investor call. Basically, I will be really, really engaged. Listen. Okay, we're gonna kick this guy because he's so excited. Goodbye. The curse of a content creator. When you think will happen that change, it does. Yeah. But again, it's a first world problem, but it does. It is kind of annoying. Because there are really, nowadays, a few releases per year that I'm really going to cover crazy time. Crimson Desert is going to be the first. After that, it's going to be, the Black Flag remake. After that, it's going to be Phantom Blade Zero. Yeah, there were some friends went already on that weekend for Phantom Blade Zero, and I was like, yeah, I just can't. And like, I do have the privilege of getting the game early, so I can still make content. I don't think that's the issue. The issue is more that if the embargo for being able to stream the Black Flag remake is like, it's usually the day before, so that would be July 27th, and yeah, then again I'm just not home. Maybe I should bring my setup and stream from the... I mean, I'm probably going to do it. Screw this. I'm probably gonna bring a setup and stream from my holiday location. Oh no, I don't want that. It's needed. Probably would be for the best. Is it public? Can we watch and listen to it live? It's public. Yeah, you can just go to Ubisoft Investor thing and then... maybe I should do a React stream on the React channel. I have a question about shadows. This might be a stupid question, but right now we get credits from the battle passes. How will we get more credits if they stop adding new battle passes? Well, Deluxe, if you look at the battle passes and go to the final sort of level from the battle pass, you can get extra credits, extra keys, and this is unlimited. As you can see, I now get 400 extra keys. So you can just keep going and keep farming those anomalies every week, or 2 times a week, of course, and then get an unlimited amount of keys. Obviously, the amount of keys you get from the battle pass levels is way more, but it's still a nice way to build up your key currency stock and get the items you want. And again, if you just joined, it's a pretty good lineup. This mount is pretty awesome, although again, I do like the icon more than what it looks like in the game. This chest piece for now is really fun too. Not amazing, but yeah, it's a kind of a crazy way to apply fire by parrying. You got this Tanto, pretty good too. And I think this one looks pretty awesome too. So you could make a case for buying all of them. Probably not smart, because in terms of perks, only this one is really, really good. But yeah, I would recommend at least getting this, because this is the first time we get it, or it's in the shop, and it just makes Naue look kind of unique. So that's your weekly reset stream for this first day. Again, a lot of stuff will be happening today. I will be getting some lunch. I will be kind of going dark, and then in 3 hours from now, I'll be back and cover all the Ubisoft news, and it's going to be a doozy. Of course, I will report on it in my short form content on the React channel. I will do a regular main channel video, so keep it locked for that. If there's Assassin's Creed news, I will likely do an JorRaptor video as well. So that's all that good stuff. Of course, there's also a state of play today. So if you're excited for everything Sony will be showing, it's an hour long. It's going to be a pretty cool state of play. I have a good feeling about it. So check out the countdown on the main channel. We, of course, will be live reacting to that there. And I will have all the news for if you miss something in the Sunday video. So stay tuned. Thanks everyone for joining, as always. Hope you have a great rest of the week.